Hi, I'm Colin and welcome to How to Paint Watercolors. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll paint this one. Hello YouTubers and welcome back to my channel How to Paint Watercolors with me, Colin, and I've chosen another Bob Ross one. There is a painting mixing video that accompanies this particular painting, which is Island Paradise. So I'm just dropping in some Naples yellow. Yeah, so I will leave a link at the end of this video, right at the end, that you can click on should you wish to paint this video, and it will take you straight to it. Naples yellow and cadmium yellow deep in the centre of the sky. Stronger down here. Now we have some cobalt blue and turquoise. Some of it is weak, and well, I've mixed up two, one weak, one strong. One contains less turquoise, which is the weaker one, or the lighter colour, as you can see. And a stronger mix of the two, and you'll see this as it goes in, cobalt blue and turquoise. So what I want to do is just remove a little of the paint from here. This probably has a very light patch there, just leaving a very little stain. A cloud mixture of manganese violet, burnt sienna, French ultramarine. Roughly where Bob had them. What I'm going to do is taking a damp brush and then begin to just get the cloud looking how I want it, or looking like Bob's, and I'm just gently moving it. I'm going to take some French ultramarine and burnt umber from the mix that we made yesterday, and I want very, very little of this because I just want to add just to darken just a couple of areas of the sky, but I don't want it too much. The table's a bit creaky. Just to create a little more depth. Cloud here. Just adding a little interest to these clouds by wiping some paint away. Just stops them looking one mass of colour. And then we're going to let that dry. Now that your sky is dry, I just want to bring in some fresh water from there, and I want to remove some of the blue, which is the cobalt blue and turquoise. I'm going to add it to that. I'm going to make a thin wash. I did say on the painting video that we may have to alter one or two paint mixes, and this is one of them. So I'm actually going to take some phthalo green. If you haven't got phthalo green, viridian green will do. And I just want to give this a ocean touch, a green, bluey green feel to it. And I think that looks a lot like what I want. And I also want to add it to the stronger colour. you get that bluey green ocean colour. I like that, and then just a little bit more. So that we have 3 mixes, all slightly altered. So I want to take some of the really weak mix, bring it right up to the horizon line, put that on. Just one straightforward wash. Whilst I'm here, I'll put the eye of the wave in, some Naples yellow, run it along here. Then I'm coming into the turquoise blue, cobalt blue with a touch of Viridian or phthalo green, the weaker mix. We can begin to add in broken lines, just adding it so we get light and dark patches. Take the excess paint, always take the excess paint off the brush. And taking some Naples yellow into this background hill. And into that some of the French ultramarine, burnt sienna and manganese violet. We'll just drop this in at the bottom and move it backwards. Just drop it in at the bottom, always darker at the bottom. I'm just going to darken 1 or 2 areas up on this island, just give it some variation, that's all. Maybe the impression of 1 or 2 trees on here, not many, we'll try and keep it like Bob had it. A couple of palm trees in here, Bob. You can add more if you wish to, but I'm just going to leave it like that. Take some of that weaker wash that we already had on, and I'm going to add this to this main wave here, going around the rock along the surf line. And I want this to be pale, so I'm going to add plenty of water to it. I mean, it will dry paler, but I want it even paler than that. And of course, as you bring that blue up to meet the Naples yellow, you'll get a slight greening effect. Some of the stronger colour, just pick out 1 or 2 areas and just add a little bit to it. Okay, then I'm going to let that dry. Once again, taking some Naples yellow on the beach, that's some of the cloud colour. This rock does have some red in it that Bob has there, so I think I'm going to take some to brighten that up. Cadmium red and Indian red, because it's kind of dark, and I'm just going to add that in places. And then I'm going to add some the other colour, the beach colour to it. French ultramarine, burnt umber, manganese violet. Tying all the colours together, and I don't mind this mingling. Coming on to the stronger version of your sea colour, cobalt blue, turquoise blue with phthalo green or Viridian, and just in certain areas under the waves and stuff, just darken up 1 or 2 areas. Soften the bottom off. Bringing this round into a curl, add a little bit more, the paper's a little wetter. Rounding a curve. to go a little darker than that as you come forward. Maybe time for a new table. There's a lot of creaking in that one. Soften up once again. So a little bit of water on this one. I'm going to take some French ultramarine and burnt umber, which is the darker of the three that we mixed up on the paint mixing video. I'm going to darken that one. Even further. Just to really put some extra shadows in. Softening some of this out, bringing it towards you. Okay, once again, back to our deeper sea mixture colour. It needs to be darker again, so I'm just going to add a little bit more to it. So I really want this to stand out. And I'm just with a damp brush bringing it forward. Soften the bottom and pull it forward in the direction that the wave is moving. I'm just using the rocking motion with a damp brush to pull it forward. Forward. Nice and dark up around this crest area over the wave. You will be wanting that to stand out. The damp brush, I'm just pulling the edge of this forward. Just coming to the main wave. To leave some light patches. Damp brush, I'm going to soften this as I go. The damp brush. To leave some light to surf behind. Keep it all going in the direction that the wave is moving. And hopefully you can see that the surf is appearing in the wave. adding a little extra contrast in just in certain areas just to darken it. I don't want to fiddle too much. I'm beginning to start to fiddle now. Just on the crest of the wave here, you know, when it curls over, where it's going into the dump, as they say. Creating it darker each time we put some colour in. Medium brown, I think there, bring it into the centre. And remember when I said in the mixing video, this is where you can change the colour of them slightly. So I want to make this a slightly browner colour. So I'm going to add some cadmium red to that. Powerful colour, cadmium red. And we can begin to shape this rock. Remember some of the reds that show through from the underneath. I'm just skipping about dropping colour and just colour bringing it down and allowing it to spread in this certain areas, allowing it to just pulling it down. At the beach. Catch the bottom of that rock with your wet brush and pull it into the beach. You'll end up with your shadow reflection in the wet sand. Just dropping some of the these violets, burnt sienna and French ultramarine. Just create the beach out of this. Get a little darker around here. Moving to a detail brush. Once again, we can leave all that to dry. Now that that's all dry, what I've done is I've just rubbed the masking fluid off so it just exposes the area of clean paper underneath. I'm just taking some of the original washed out colour, very thin. Scuffle some of this in. Just breaking the hairs open on it. Adding a little bit to the tops of the waves, because some of these just, they aren't completely white. Darkening it. I do want that dark. Soften once again. Softening again. Put these palm trees in. And I'm just going to put the brush on the paper. This is a dagger brush, but you can use a flat brush for this as well if you want to. And just put the brush on the paper and pull edges around. It creates the ragged edge of the leaf. Pull one or two spines out on the leaves, and I just want to take a little of the white paint and just add it to some of the parts of the trees here. Bob has it going up the tree into the surf line there. Top of the wave where it's dumping, as they say. Don't want to go overboard with this. That'll do for that. Maybe some water coming off this rock from where it's splashing over. This is the bit where we get round to signing it. Hope you've enjoyed this one. This is another Bob Ross one, Island Paradise. I'll leave a link in the description box to the paint mixing video that accompanies this, should you wish to paint this. And I'll also leave some suggestions at the end of this film for other movies I've made for YouTube. Please leave a comment. All comments are welcome. All new subscribers are welcome. And I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.